Nilofer, what's the name
So,
of
Nilofer?
hi everyone, and welcome. And can you all please mute yourself just so that we have a good thing. And if I want you to, if I am answering questions at the end, I will unmute you because there's a lot of content that I want to go through, right? So let's get started. Let me share my screen with you guys. I always have such an interesting thing going on with sharing screens. So let me see here. Okay. All right. So
You want me to co-host you want me to co-host with you on here, or shall I be on mute?
it doesn't allow me to do a co-host. It's only a host. So I really cannot, whatever.
Once you click on my name, there will be an option of make co-host.
No, it doesn't show co-host. It shows make host. That's the thing.
Yeah, that will be a co-host only.
Okay, shall I do that then?
So
Okay.
that you can do, yeah, you can do your job and I can manage people here.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do it. Let's see. Okay. Where do I do this? Where are you, Malini? Oh, okay, I've figured it out. So not to worry. I think so.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's get started. Let me share my screen and let's get started. Okay, can you guys see my screen now? Okay, all right. So how to balance the 5 elements to create harmony and good fortune. So this is the topic for today, and I was like a little bit, reluctant to come up with this topic because I did not really want to use the word good fortune. And then I said to myself, you know what, I'm just going to just go ahead and use the word good fortune because it warrants me using the word good fortune right now. So how many of you are excited about this? Let me know in the comments below. So in the next 60 minutes, you're going to learn about the 600 plus limiting beliefs and self-sabotaging patterns that we have within the 5 elements so that you can learn how to neutralize them and finally align with the energies of instant healing and manifestation. And really I've really used these terms with a little bit of reluctance, but I said, you know what, let me just use it because I've been seeing this show up more and more. Okay, so let's go for it. So this is for you if you're someone who has a lot of pain and intensity in your body and it doesn't shift no matter what you do. This is for you. Can you please mute yourself, whoever is unmuted? This is for you if you have a lot of troubles in your life, including relationship issues, money issues, or physical problems in your body, and you're totally frustrated because you keep going from one problem to another with no respite. This is for you if you have to put up with toxic people in your life and you hate having to deal with them. So who am I and why should you listen to me? So I've written 7 books, which were all international bestsellers. I'm a teacher of the EMF balancing technique. I also had a TV show called The Nilofer Show. And I've been hosting telesummits since 2012. So these are just some random images, that I wanted to share with you guys. These are the books that I have published. So what are we trying to achieve here? So I'm going to give you 3 outcomes that we are, we're going to get by the end of this call today. The first one is you're going to learn about the mechanics of instant healing and actualization. So I talked about instant healing and actualization. And today I'm going to show you how that occurs, okay? You will learn how you can start feeling better, be happier, and feel like a new person. And you will learn how to have good fortune as your new normal and have a lucky streak all the time. How many of you would like to have a lucky streak all the time? Let me know in the comments. How many of you? Come on. Would you like to have a lucky streak all the time? All right. So let's start the conversation. And today I'm going to talk about 3 facets of transformation. And, you know, one of them is going to really surprise you. Okay. Let's go to facet number 1. So facet number 1 is you have to physically do something in order to balance the 5 elements, because this whole series has been about the 5 elements. And so, you know, number 1 is you have to physically do something in order to balance the 5 elements. And that is a lie. That is a big fat lie. And I actually discovered this many years ago, and I've been actually playing with this. And what do I mean by this? So the first one is you have to do the actual feng shui of the physical space, that is your home, office, business, etc. So in yesterday's call, we talked about feng shui, and you know, I've been having so many messages. So many people messaged me, my friends who caught the show, and she sent me pictures of her floor chart, and you know, she asked me all kinds of questions, and I was just like smirking, you know, because honestly, you don't have to do that anymore. You really don't have to do the physical feng shui. You don't have to look at a floor plan. You don't have to do any kind of cures and all of that. You don't have to do it anymore. It's just not required. Number 2, for changing things going on in your body, you don't have to do acupressure. You don't have to do acupuncture to balance the 5 elements. None of that is required. You actually physically don't have to do anything. You can just bypass all this, okay? So that brings us to facet number 2. So how do you balance the 5 elements energetically? So if you don't actually have to do the physical stuff, if you don't require to do the acupressure, acupuncture, or any of the Chinese medicine, or you don't have to do the feng shui of your physical space, then what is required? How can you balance the 5 elements energetically? Okay, so this is a testimonial from one of my friends for whom I did balance the 5 elements. She was in Germany at that time. I was in Abu Dhabi, and I did something for her, and this is what she wrote to me. Okay. All right. So I have developed a system that allows you to have instant healing and actualization without the struggle, effort, and hard work, so that you can have good fortune as your new normal in as little as 90 minutes, even if you have tried every other healing or workshop on planet internet and nothing has worked before. So tell me if you would like to know more about this. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to know more about this. Come on, let me know, let me know. Okay. All right, come on. I'm just teasing you guys, okay? Okay, let's go ahead. So who wants to have instant healing and actualization? Who amongst you would like to have instant healing and actualization? Now, a lot of you yesterday, you wanted to have those Pakwa charts. So if you stay till the end, I'm going to share with you a link in which I've uploaded all the Pakwa charts, okay? So just stay on till the end and I'll share that with you, okay? So let's look at the pyramid of change, okay? Let's look at the pyramid of change. Remember, I spoke about this system. So I want to show you guys the pyramid of change. Hold on. This. Okay. So over here at the bottom, you have the matrix, okay? And just above that, you have detachment. And just above that, you have instant healing, instant actualization, okay? Instant healing, instant actualization. So we are going to begin at the bottom of the pyramid, and then we're going to go up. And then I'm going to explain to you how you can get from, moving from the matrix to instant healing and instant actualization, okay? So number one, the matrix. The matrix holds the energy of our limiting beliefs and fears. All right. So I think everyone will have to mute yourself, okay? Can everyone mute yourself, please? Okay. So the matrix holds the energy of our limiting beliefs. Okay. Everyone, please, can you mute yourself? Everyone, just mute yourself. All right. Okay, so the matrix, it holds the energies of our limiting beliefs and fears. And these limiting beliefs and fears are held in patterns within the 5 elements. So each of the elements contains all these patterns. So remember, I spoke about having excessive and deficient. Okay, so each element being in excess or each element being in deficiency. Okay, so what keeps that excess and deficiency in place is the patterns that each one of these 5 elements holds. Okay, so let's look at them. Okay, so the metal element has 7 primary patterns and it has 102 specific patterns. Okay, it has 7 primary patterns, 102 specific patterns. And let's look at the primary patterns. Okay, the primary patterns are not able to let go and move on. And basically it is difficulty in letting go of attachments to ideas, beliefs, people, and the ability to form new and long relationships. So that comes from the primary pattern of not able to let go and move on. The next one is loss of sovereignty of self. And this is, you lose the ability to know what is right or wrong for you because you have given up that authority to others. Like, I know a lot of people can freak out over this thing of right and wrong, but it's like what's going to work for you and what's not going to work for you, basically. Okay. Number 3 is a lack of concentration and mental clarity. So this is like causing wavering, indecision, and loss of discernment. Number 4 is caution. Caution, so it stops you from flowing with life. Number 5, lack of recognition in life, not being heard, feeling invisible. Okay. Number 6, not knowing that you are competent, perfect, and complete. And number 7, not able to create foundations and systems. So if your metal element has, so these are the primary patterns, and then there are 102 specific patterns. The meridians associated with the metal element are the lung meridian and the large intestine meridian. And so when you have the metal excess or the metal deficient, then you will have these primary patterns show up. You will have these specific patterns show up as well. Excuse me. Is that making sense to you guys? Can you relate to any of these? Can you relate to any of these elements? Okay, great. Let's go to the next one. The next one is the water element. The water element again has 7 primary patterns. It has got 64 specific patterns, and the primary patterns are these: not knowing what is safe. Okay. So here it is, you know, people lose the capacity to assess what is safe. Okay. People lose the capacity to assess what is safe. Not feeling the future is safe because they've had past experiences that cause you to struggle for security and cause a lack of self-sufficiency. Number 3 is a loss in articulation. It is due to your ability to be true to your basic nature. Excuse me. Number 4, the need to be reassured, which is due to loss of inner strength and stability. Number 5 is over-involvement with the past due to a lack of perception of learning, growth, and cultural development. Number 6 is creating separation in relationships. It is due to suspicion, paranoia, and feeling that others are conspiring behind your backs. So if you've been the target of suspicion, like maybe your partner has directed it to you, you know, then the chances are that their water element is out of balance. Okay. And number 6 is a loss of introspection because they lose sight of the bigger picture in life. How many of you could relate to any one of these patterns? Let me know. Okay, let's go on. The next one is the wood element. The wood element has 7 primary patterns, 66 specific patterns. The first one is not standing up for oneself. That is, not being able to say no in most cases, or not being able to have boundaries, not allowing people to take advantage of you and so on. The next one is a fear of growing too fast. The next one is suppressing your creative potential and visionary talents. A fear of growing too fast is also, they are afraid to embrace new ideas. Okay. Then number 4 is not decisive or confident. Not decisive or confident in making choices. Number 5 is suppression of pioneer spirit, which is causing, because this is like pioneer spirit is, not willing to step out of the comfort zone, not willing to tread unknown paths, all of that. The inability to retreat is interference of the ego and fear of humiliation, causing you to meet force for force. And the last one is the inability to move forward, which is withdrawing from life's energies. Okay. So how many of these could you relate to? I mean, normally you would be able to relate to at least one or two in every pattern, right? In every element. The next one is the fire element. And remember, I spoke about two fire elements, fire 1 and fire 2. So here you have 8 primary patterns and you have 190 specific patterns. Okay? You have 8 primary patterns, 190 specific patterns, because there are 2 elements. It's kind of like one element, but actually 2 here that we are looking at. Okay, so it's the inability to feel joy, which is which is when you are not willing to go into the newness energy and feel excited about it. Okay, inability to be optimistic in difficult situation, because here they are not able to celebrate others creative talents and others doing well in life. So this is kind of coming from this the emotions of envy and jealousy, unaware of your unique creative force, strong need for approval from authority figures. Number 5 is the loss of passion, enthusiasm, and imagination, because it is due to the repressed energies from the heart. Each of the elements is also corresponding to the chakras. So here, it's directly talking to the heart chakra here. Okay, the inability to feel emotionally close and intimate, and this is because of exploitation and past experiences, which stem from an eagerness to please others in order to be accepted. Number 7, the inability to create relationships and sustain them. And number 8, is a lack of discrimination of people due to not knowing what you want to know from others. So these are all the primary patterns from the fire element. So if you have if you have any of these patterns, it will cause your fire element to be either excessive or deficient. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is the earth element. The earth element has again 8 primary patterns and it has got 69 specific patterns. Okay. I didn't, I did not write the correct ones. I just copied here. So I'll read out the correct ones here. So the primary pattern number 1 is not feeling worthy of being supported, nourished, and cared for. The second one is not knowing that your needs and others' needs are equal. So not feeling that you have the right to give support and ask for support back. That is one of the elements, that is one of the patterns of the earth element. Number 3 is a deep sense of loss of wonder in the magic in life. Number 4 is avoidance and withdrawal, both emotionally and physically, from people. Yeah, I'm not going to answer questions right now, at the end, okay? Avoidance and withdrawal, both emotionally and physically, from people. Number 5 is the loss of abstract thinking, causing massive confusion with reality. Number 6 is feeling controlled by outside forces. Number 7 is fear of diversity, causing a disconnection and lack of harmony in all things. Like, how many times have you actually heard from people who say, there's too much choice, I don't know what to do here? Because these are the people who have this pattern of fear of diversity, like it's a primary pattern. So these are like those patterns which hold many other patterns in place. Okay. And number 8 is the absence of nurturing abilities, causing an inability to be tolerant and forgiving. Okay, so so how's that for you? Could you identify with any of these? Now, apart from these patterns which are associated with the 5 elements, you also have, other additional patterns. And these additional patterns are, to do with each of these. With regards to ancestors, there are 8 patterns. With earth changes, there are 11 patterns. Money has 16 patterns. So these are all foundational patterns, foundational, fear or limiting beliefs or whatever you may call them. These are the foundational patterns which are kind of interwoven with the 5 elements and their foundational patterns. Then illness, there are 23 patterns. Like some of the patterns from illness could be like, cancer or chronic fatigue or something like that. Okay. Health has 12 patterns. Limitations, there are 14 patterns. Exclusion, there are 10 patterns. Karma are 30 patterns. So don't again get triggered by the word karma. Karma just means an energy from the past which is repeating itself in your life right now. Relationships has 15 patterns. Family, 13 patterns. Earth changes, there are 11 patterns. Trauma has 53 patterns. Birth trauma has 12 patterns. So, what kind of birthing experience have you had? Those are 12 patterns. Phobias are 27 patterns. Mass consciousness are 15 patterns. Past lives are 50 patterns. Womb has 9 patterns and others are 8 patterns. So totally, can you imagine how many of you can guess how many patterns we have totally? Come on, let me know your guess. How many patterns? I've actually shared all the numbers. So if you were good at maths and you kind of totaled it out, you would be able to get the number. Give me a guess. I will share with you the exact number. Amita says 600. Come on. I need more numbers from you guys. Come on. 350, 1568. Okay. Come on, guys. Guess. Okay. All right. There are totally 865 patterns. Totally. So including all the primary patterns from the 5 elements, plus all the specific patterns, and then all the additional patterns. There are 865 patterns, and these are the patterns which keep us in a state of imbalance. These keep us in a state of imbalance, so these keep your metal, your elements either excessive or deficient, or they may create some kind of imbalance in your body, or they create some imbalance in your mental states, your emotions, and also they create, yes, that is quite a lot. That's a lot of patterns to have. Okay. So now number 2. So you remember the pyramid of change. So at the bottom, you had the matrix, right? And so the matrix comprises of these 865 patterns. Okay. So all these 865 patterns keep the matrix in place. So what that means is that it keeps you stuck with all these energies. The 865 patterns keep you stuck with all these, keeps you stuck with imbalance in your life, basically. Okay, so how do you actually so it's about your movement uh, from the matrix to instant healing, instant actualization. So how can you move from this matrix to instant healing, instant actualization? So you can move to instant healing, instant actualization in this second level of the pyramid of change, because here is when you go to a state of detachment. So how do you go from the matrix to a state of detachment? You go to a state of detachment by releasing all these patterns. Okay, you have to release all these 865 patterns, so that you can go to so that you can have this state of detachment. So the moment you have the state of detachment, then what occurs is that you will have instant healing, instant actualization. Now there are 865 patterns, right? But each pattern can be repeated many times in your being. And why is that? Okay, so for example, if you experience envy and jealousy today, that's stored in your thing. Oh, how did that come about? So if you experience envy and jealousy today, that is one of the patterns which gets clunked into your system. If you experience it again tomorrow, then again it gets clunked into your system. And in that way, if you look at this one lifetime, how many times have you repeated through the patterns? And then if you consider that you've had maybe hundreds of lifetimes before, or even thousands of lifetimes before, then you know how many of these patterns are actually. So actually we are a complex made up of millions and millions and millions of these patterns. Is that making sense to you guys? Because even though the patterns, like the name of the patterns, those are 865, but the number that they are stored in our system is a lot. Okay, so to move from the matrix to instant healing, instant actualization, you have to go through the process of releasing these patterns. Okay, so now for example, maybe you have a physical condition in your body. Okay, maybe you have like a frozen shoulder, for example, in your body. So the patterns which are associated with that frozen shoulder, if you can zero in on those patterns and you can release those patterns, then you can have instant healing. Okay, so it does not mean that in one go you have to release billions of patterns. You just have to release the patterns which are associated with that specific thing. Does that make sense to you? Okay, all right. So facet number 3, it is possible to do all this and get all the benefits without spending years. So it is possible to zero in on those specific patterns and to release those patterns without, you know, because if you have billions of patterns, obviously, you know, you can't do it in one go, but you can zero in on the specific patterns associated with whatever is going on in your life, and you can release those, and then you can move to that space of instant actualization, which is over here. Okay, so how many of you would like to reach that space of instant healing, instant actualization? Let me know. Let me know. All right. So here are some case studies that I have. So this person had severe and prolonged menstrual bleeding. If you look at the time, that was Monday 8 p.m. So I think in the morning or the day before, I did this work with her, and then at night she reported that it had reduced by 20 to just 20% from 100%, and then next day morning it had totally gone. Somebody else that I worked with had an unexpected windfall of money, right? Somebody else, was suffering from chikungunya. Chikungunya, if you don't know, it's kind of like a version of dengue, and it's very, very, very painful. And she had a lot of body aches and pain. And I did 2 or 3 sessions for her, and these things started to shift and change for her. So, would you like to know how I could do this? Who would like to know? Okay. All right. All right. So let me ask you this. If there was a way to balance your 5 elements using simple energetic release so that you can have instant healing and actualization, so that you can have the good fortune as your new normal in as little as 60 minutes, would you take it? Okay, cool. So now you can, okay? What if I told you there was a breathtakingly easy way to balance your 5 elements and create freedom in your life? That you don't even have to chant countless affirmations or meditate on a mountaintop standing on one leg. That you don't need to be a personal development course junkie and keep buying the next shiny course to fix your life. That all it takes to have instant healing, instant actualization is to have a little faith. So today, I want the same for you. What if you could upgrade your health, wealth, money, career, or business, creativity, and fame? Okay? Who wants to upgrade your life? What part of your life would you like to upgrade? Tell me. That's me. Yeah, we've all been those course junkies. Wealth and health, whole, Malini. Okay, great. All right. So I'd like to share with you the 5 elements transformation series. This is how to use the 5 elements to bring the good fortune to your health, intimate relationships, money matters, and more. So basically, how you can use the 5 elements to transform everything that I've been talking about so far. So by everything that I've been talking about so far, I mean whatever I've spoken about in the 3 Facebook lives or YouTube lives that you've watched, like, everything in the physical body, everything in the mind and emotions, everything in the house. So you can use this to transform everything. Okay. So it allows you to consciously create a lucky streak that extends to all areas of your life, including money, health, creativity, business, or career. It creates harmony in all your relationships, including your intimate ones. It allows you to have inner peace and freedom without the need to meditate for hours, without the need to do vision boards, journaling, or endless affirmations that drive you crazy, in as little as 60 minutes. So even if you've tried every self-development course on planet internet and nothing has changed, even if you've been doing affirmations so much that affirmations are dropping out of all your orifices and it's still crickets, nada, zilch, nothing has changed in your life. Even if you absolutely hate doing gratitude lists and thinking positively when all you can think of is your crappy life. Even if you have a pattern of sabotaging your success. How many of you have this pattern of sabotaging your success? I'm sure none of you do. Dipti is like, can I have it now, please? Okay, cool, right? It seems impossible, right? So let me share with you a few people. So I'm not going to use people's names because people don't like to share their names. So AV, she went from having 7 participants in her group coaching program to 53 in a span of 4 weeks of releasing sabotaging patterns. Who wants to have this? Come on, guys, tell me. Who wants to have this? Carla says, I'm an expert at it. You are an expert at having 53 in your group coaching program, Carla? Just kidding. I know what you're talking about. Okay. But anyway, Carla, thank you so much for reminding me about the books. I wouldn't have remembered, right? So, number two, this person, her life increased tenfold in the time that she has been working with me. And she says 4 months, but I think she's just had like 3 or 4 sessions with me so far. So her whole life, it just expanded phenomenally. Okay. So let me share with you what is included in this program. Okay. So in call number 1, we are going to balance the wood element so that you can generate cash flow and increase prosperity. Call number 2, we are going to balance the wood element so that you can strengthen family and social life and your core health. Okay, so when I mean by balance, we are talking both, we are talking both of we are talking both what you call excess as well as deficient. Okay. Call number 3, balance the earth element so that you can enhance personal growth, knowledge, and spirituality. Call number 4, balance the earth element so that you can have harmony and well-being and increase vitality and endurance. Call number 5, balance the water element so that you can get an upgrade in your job or business. Who wants an upgrade in their job or business? Who wants an upgrade? Tell me. Call number 5, balance the water element so that you can actualize your targets. Call number 7, balance the metal element so that you can attract people who have your back as well as enhance your travel. Who wants people who have your back in your life? And who would like to travel? Of course, right now with the whole scenario, no, but not when life goes to normal. And balance the metal element so that you can unblock your creativity and communication. Call number 9, balance the fire element so that you can step out, are seen and heard. How many of you have issues with stepping out? Tell me. How many of you have issues with stepping out? Balance the fire element so that you establish reputation and are well known. Balance the fire element so that you can shine in the world. So there are 4 calls which are devoted to the fire element. And the fire element is all to do with fame, reputation, getting acknowledgement and appreciation, and shining in the world. So for all of us, for most of us who are in business, who would like to promote ourselves, this is a big part of what our business requires us to do, isn't it? Okay, so all of this. So this is a 6-month program, and there are going to be live calls twice a month for 6 months. Okay, it's a 6-month program. And let's talk about bonuses. Now, remember those other patterns that I actually shared with you, right? The other patterns of ancestors, earth changes, money, illness, health limitations. So in in the bonus call, we're going to release on all those other, some of those other patterns, because there are many of those patterns, right? The next one, energetic release on patterns of karma, relationships, family, and trauma. Bonus number 3, energetic release on patterns of birth trauma, phobias, mass consciousness, others. Bonus number 4, energetic release on patterns of past lives and womb. Okay. And bonus number 5, you get a 1-year membership in my membership program, Alchemy Accelerator. Okay. So how does this sound to you guys? Who wants to be a part of it? Let me know in the comments. Come on. Who wants to be a part of this? So the total value of this is, how did this? So there is actually no other program like this out there. No one addresses these patterns, creating imbalance in the 5 elements. And the good thing is, I'm not charging you $6,000. I'm not even going to charge you $1,500, but you're going to get so much out of it, because you're going to be doing releases on the 865 patterns that I talked about so far. But there's a catch, you only get it at this price till the timer hits 0 on the page. So let me show you the price, okay? So the 5 elements transformation, that's the name of the program. And there's a group coaching program and there is a one-on-one coaching program. So I'm going to talk about the group coaching program. The link is on the screen if you want to go check it out, but you can just watch along here. The module number 1 is balance the wood element, balance the earth element, balance the water element. So each of these are 2 calls each. So every month we are going to do 1 element, and then month number 5 and 6 we are going to do the fire elements. And then in these 6 months we are also going to do the bonus calls, those 4 bonus calls that I spoke about, and it's valued at $6,564. So your investment before the timer hits 0 on the page, if you do 1 payment of $375, you will also get 1 space clearing session with me. So basically you just send me a photograph of the space that you want me to clear, and I will do energetic feng shui on your space. This is really, really, really valuable. Okay. Number 2, you can do like 3 payments of $125 each for this, or you can do 6 payments of $65 for this. And the biggest thing is, if you buy this while this webinar is on, you are going to get the energetic feng shui of your life call with me. This is a live call that I will do with all those people who get into this program right now while this webinar is on. Okay, so if you want to get this call right now, you have to get this program now. And basically the energetic feng shui of your whole life, we are going to balance every element in your life so that your life starts to move immediately. And this is one of the first calls that I'm going to do, and later we'll go into all the patterns of the individual elements. So there is a group coaching program. There is also a VIP coaching program. And the VIP coaching program is one-on-one sessions with me. So with that, you get everything from the group coaching. So you will get all the calls, all the bonuses, everything from the group coaching. Plus, you will get 12 one-on-one sessions with me. And in these 12 one-on-one sessions with me, in each session, you can tell me, hey, I'd like to work on this. And it need not be just one thing. You can work on 4 things at a time. And I will scan you for 50 plus things that I have. I scan you. And the way I scan you is I use my dowsing rod, and I scan for 50 plus things which are out of balance. And these 50 plus things are to do with are additionally to the patterns. So you not only have the patterns which are associated with your 5 elements, but these 50 plus things are an addition to those patterns. Okay. And so what I do is I scan those, and then I find out what is the imbalance for you, and then I do energetic releases on that, and that will create the change for you instantaneously, almost instantaneously. Okay. So like typically and the way we do sessions also is, I check when the next session should be, and then accordingly I do the session. Okay. So the total value of this is 9,804. And let's see what the investment is. So it's a one payment of $1,200. And in this, if you do like a one-time payment, you will get one space clearing session with me, plus you will get one bonus session. Or, you can opt for 2 space clearing sessions. So if you have a business and a home and you want to do space clearing for both, you can ask me to do that for you. Okay. So that's a one payment. Or you can do 3 payments of $400 per month for 3 months. Or you can do 6 payments of $200 per month, whatever works for you. And of course, the webinar only bonus, if you buy right now today, is the energetic feng shui of your house, which is one of the first things that we will do before we even kick off the program. You can go to the link below to get it. Okay. So I'm just showing you the difference between the group coaching. In the group coaching, you will have the 12 calls with me over a 6-month period, plus the 4 bonus calls will be in these 6 months only. And this is the price comparison. For the VIP coaching, you will get everything from the group coaching, plus you will get the one-on-one calls with me. The one-on-one calls is where it's very laser focused. Like it is laser focused to whatever is going on for you, to change things going on in your life. Okay. That's the VIP coaching. Okay. So right now you can get it for one payment of $375, 3 payments or whatever, or you can get the VIP coaching program. So you will get lifetime access to all the 12 calls, plus the 4 bonuses, plus 1 year membership in Alchemy Accelerator. Does it benefit children? Yes, it does benefit children. You can get one-on-ones, like the 12 sessions that you get, you can use some of them for yourself, you can use some of them for your children, and it totally benefits children. There are people who are on the call who've had sessions for their children, and children change really fast. Okay. Again, so these are the calls that are included. Just a quick recap, the bonuses here, and you can get it at this price. You can get it all, be a part of the live calls, and start seeing the results immediately. Would $125 be once in 2 months or once a month? It's a once a month payment. There's also a 6-month payment, which is $65 per month. You could even go in for that one. Okay. So if all this program did was create ease and peace in your body and life, or get you from pain and suffering to true freedom. And pain and suffering doesn't really mean just physical pain and suffering. It also means, mental and emotional pain and suffering. Or it finally allows you to break free from mediocrity and bare survival. So would you agree that 65 per month or 125 per month is a really tiny price? It's almost insignificant, really. So here is the group coaching investment. You can just click on the link, go to that page, and you can buy this. Okay. Or this is the VIP coaching, the one-on-one sessions with me. So which includes all the group coaching calls plus these. So, you might have thoughts in your head like, I'm not sure this will work. Okay. So again, I want to remind you about AV. She went from having 7 participants in her group coaching program to 53 in a span of 4 weeks of doing this kind of release work with me. Okay, this will work for other people, but will not work for me. This is actually a pattern of fear of failure, and it comes from having your metal element deficient. Okay, this particular thing is called like a yes blocker or a success blocker. Okay, how many times do you hesitate to take up something because you are sure that it will not work for you? Okay, so this is a pattern of the metal deficient. Okay. um, uh, and so we will clear this in the program. BJ, just a message, email me. Okay, I don't have time to do this now. So it's only 2 hours of your time in a month. So anyone can take out 2 hours in 30 days. And if you tell me that I don't have 2 hours in 30 days, then I think you should really do this program. Because then you will be able to clear this pattern as well. Okay. I don't have the money for this right now. So, I totally get this. I totally get when you say I don't have the money for this right now. And really, if money, is like a big issue for you, you should not do it. Okay. But if you do have the money and you are kind of hesitant about spending the money, then you could consider it. That's why I've made the 3-month, 6-month payment plans, like $65 per month or $125 per month. I've made it available. And the most important part of this is that once you balance the wood element, you will energize the wealth and prosperity and money flows in your life. Okay. So really, if you just have like $300 in your bank account, please, please, please don't buy this. It's not for you. Just take care of your needs right now. But if you do have the money and you're just scared that you won't have the money, then you should. Okay, just my point of view. What if I don't want to continue post month? Then don't get it. Then it's not a post 1 month thing, Kokil. You have to do the entire program. It's not. It's a payment plan. So once you join, then you're in for the entire program. Otherwise, don't buy it. Okay. If you have this, I'll do this later, then maybe you can, maybe you can't. I'm doing this live right now. And why do you want to put up with the physical stuff going on in your body or money issues or relationship issues when you can start to change them right now? I've done so many classes and courses. Why should I do another one? So like I said, there is no other course like this one. No other course even talks about all these patterns, let alone releasing them. And once these patterns are released, you will be free and will be able to move from that matrix to instant healing and manifestation. When will I get access to the training? This is a live workshop. There will be like 2 calls every month for the next 6 months, in which we will balance all the 5 elements by doing energetic releases on these patterns. Okay. So you can decide to do nothing and keep running after countless classes and coaching, hoping they will transform your life. But we both know, Pierrette, yes, you will have to get out of Zoom. So, okay, I'm going to give you guys time till 12 midnight today. So it's 6 o'clock now. So another 6 hours. If you do it, I will honor the webinar only offer. Okay, I'll give you the thing. Okay. So you can, keep running after classes, hoping they will transform your life. But we both know it's a no refund ticket to nowhere. Or you can try to balance your 5 elements on your own. And actually, it might work better than what you've been doing so far. Or you can get everything included in the 5 elements transformation programs. That balances the 5 elements without endless hours in classes, so that you can have instant healing and manifestation in as little as 60 minutes, even if you don't think it will work for you. So what will you choose? It's like a choice point, right? It's really a choice, and there is nothing else about it. Or you can continue on the way you are right now. Nothing wrong with that. I personally think you are awesome. See, really, you are awesome, okay? And don't let anyone tell you anything apart from that. So you are awesome. Whether you join this or you don't join this, you are awesome. And you have to remain in that, okay? So you will get lifetime access to all the 12 calls plus 4 bonuses, plus the 1-year membership in Alchemy Accelerator, plus the webinar only bonus, which is the energetic feng shui of your life. So here's all the goodies again for you to see. And right now you can get it at this price, or you can get it at this price. So how many of you want the Pakwa maps that I shared in yesterday's session? Tell me who wants it. Who wants the Pakwa map? Okay, all right. I'm going to share the link with you guys. Hold on a minute. I'm going to just copy it, and let me see if I can find the chat. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat here. This is the link. You can go to this send chat to. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on a minute. I don't have this thing of sending it to everyone. Okay, here you go. Here's the chat. You can download the link. You can download all the Pakwa maps from here, right? All right. Okay, so let me, do you have any questions? If you have any questions, you can ask me. You can ask me any questions from today's thing or from some other day's thing.
I'd like to ask you a question, Lifa.
Yeah.
I'm 69 years of age and I live alone. How is my family going to benefit, and how can I benefit, and how many years? I don't know.
So I'm not sure what you're asking me. I'm really
See,
not
how
sure.
far will I go with this program? I may not survive this corona thing. So that is my question to you.
So actually, it's not a question. It's already like a point of view that you have, right?
No, it's not a point of view. It's just a fact of life that you don't know. I mean, these times are so uncertain. No?
So it is a choice,
So
dear.
I take the plan. No, I would like to choose this, but like you said, that you have to go with the whole plan. And if I can take 2 and 3, and then I don't know. I mean, then
No,
I may not be
what
able
are
to
you talking about? 2 and 3 what?
I will take 2-3 sessions, and then I'm not good
Oh,
enough
you're
to
talking about
take the
sessions,
rest. Then
one-on-one sessions, yes. But then if you do the one-on-one sessions, just 2 or 3, you don't get the group coaching program. Then it's not part of this package.
no, I mean, what I'm saying is, supposing I fall sick after 2-3 calls, then what? Then
My dear,
what? I would like to continue. But then what if I'm not able to do so? Then what? I may not have a job, then
I,
what?
I would suggest to you, if you have such strong doubts, please don't join.
No, I don't have strong doubts. I'm just asking you. These just thoughts just came to
No,
me.
the point is that if you commit to this, you have to go through the whole payment and you have to complete the program. But if you
That's
would like to
exactly what
just
I'm saying at my age.
if you would like to
At
just
my
get
age.
a few sessions, then that's not part of this program. You can just send me a message and we can set up just a few sessions for you. But you don't get this program with that.
No, I would like to do the full program. My thing is, it just so happens that I'm not able to complete the program because of the commitment I'm making to you. I mean, then what happens? Is what I'm
Well,
saying.
if you are doubtful of being able to complete the program, then
I'm
don't join. I've
I'm
already
not
answered
doubtful.
your
I don't know
question.
what tomorrow holds.
Don't join if
I
you
don't
are
know what
doubtful
tomorrow
that you
holds.
will be able to complete the program.
Okay. She says 69 is young. I feel young also. I feel very energetic, but I'm alone and I don't know
Okay,
how this is
Kamini,
going
I think
on.
I've answered your question, right? So if
Sure, sure,
anybody
sure.
else
Yes, you
is
can do that.
having any question, feel free to ask me. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap up this call.
I have a question, Nilofer.
Yes.
Hi. So your VIP coaching, sorry, I'm just like trying to catch up with your screen.
Yeah.
So I can see the figures here. So for the VIP coaching, what's the value total? Because I can't see that. Hang on. Sorry. I got your video on that one. That's why I found is 1200.
Yeah, so 1200 is a one-time payment for which you get a one space clearing and a one bonus session. Or you could just go in for the six payment plan or the 3 payment plan, whatever works for you.
Okay. This is all available on your website. What is like jotted down here? Right?
Yeah, the website that is included here, yes. niloferlight.com/elements.
Sorry, one more question. So what is the difference between the one you mentioned before, all the slides and stuff, and this one? So this one got your one-to-one sessions. That's the only extra thing. And
the extra thing is the one-to-one sessions, and the one-to-one sessions is not just one-to-one sessions. This is like very, very specific to your thing, whatever is going on in your life. Yeah, hold on, I'll just share that. Yeah. So the one-to-one sessions, when you get in a session with me, you can work on very specific issues of your life. And, in the session, what I do is I scan through more than 50 parameters of things which could be out of balance for you. And then, after I've gotten my scanning, I release on all of those. And then I also do specific, kind of facilitation release on the specific issues that are going on with you. And things start to shift and change. So I like working with people over a period of time, because what I've found is just getting a one-off session with me really doesn't cut it. So it's always, people after they've had 3-4 sessions with me, that they start to see really, really big changes happen in their life. And so that's why I like this whole way of working over a period of 3 months, 6 months with people. And that's why I've created it like this. So if nobody else has any question, let's I'm going to stop it here. Thanks everyone for being here. You guys have the link to the Pakwa map in the chat, and I will see you soon. Bye everyone.
bye. Thank you.
Thank you.